2021, we have a fire in my factory. They actually shut down my whole factory, but we managed to secure whatever is left there. During that time, it's my tough time because first thing I need to run the business as normal. I have a supplier to serve, I have the customer to serve. One of my toughest things is how to get finance. I'm not worried about people, but I'm more worried about where to get money. Really, during that time, how to get finance.
Now, first of all, congratulations for winning the Vistage Leadership Award. I want to go back to the beginning of i-Chem. You actually led the company from a startup that was making 2-3 million ringgit a year to a company now that has a turnover of more than 30 million ringgit. This was in the span of 16-17 years.
Yep.
Talk to us about that journey and what do you think contributed to that success?
I think, first of all, when I start up from probably before I formed i-Chem Solution, that's actually I worked for a company called a German-based multinational million. That company basically is trading, it's a chemical distribution business. So what do you do? Actually, they want to start up a water treatment division. So I started from zero in year 2000 until 2005. With that one, I think it's nice to have a startup. Basically, people are financing me. So that's how I started from zero up till 2 million. Then when the owner decided to spin it off, so he talked to me, said, why don't you just take it out? So that's why I formed the company together with my two partners. We formed called i-Chem Solution in year 2006 until now. So that's the time we have about 2 million. So challenge, I think that's the time I think is where challenge come in.
To grow the company.
When we are working as a exec, one of the division head, I think it's easy.
Right.
Somebody, everything is ready, you have all the support is ready, resources is always there. So, but when we are in startup on your own, so that is the time where the challenge come in.
Okay, let's talk a bit about the challenge there. Of course, it wasn't easy. No, it's now on your own, right? You are steering the company. What were some of the most memorable moments that you've had growing the company?
I think first of all is the people. I think what we look into is actually when I started, it's only 5 people. So we have a very clear role. One of my partners actually focus on operation. One is on the technical. I'm more focused on the whole marketing, sales, building the thing going up. Slowly, then we know that we must have a bigger dream, bigger vision. So we write it down, have a very, we call it something like brainstorm. Also, every year, then we have a brainstorm. Then I think the key part will be actually from 2006 until 2012. I always believe that my mentor, which is my ex-boss, my ex-MD, which always supported me. So what he actually do is, I still remember is every year, beginning of the year, I will have one lunch or one dinner with him, either wherever place, Singapore or Malaysia. With that one over a meal, then I had to work for whole years. So there's a KPI, there's target, where the direction. It's very clear. So that the mentor itself, the coach actually coach me where it should go, where the business should go, and where to get in the people. I think with this one, I think at the end, the thing every year you can see the growth, you meet the KPI, go back, you present the result, then next level. So during that time, I always remember from 2 million, we go until over 10 million, over probably about 5 years. So we almost like double digit. You go double digit. So that's actually within our plan. So when I draw the whole thing, it's actually until 2020. Because during that time, I still remember Malaysia got Wawasan 2020. So that's how actually we tie in with the whole 15 years plan. So that every break into 5 years. So that's how I see you must have a bigger dream. Then from there, once you have a dream, then you have to start small, act now. So that's the quote. So you have a dream big, start small, and act now.
Okay.
So put like that. So for that one, I think that's how I think we grow until 2012 when I met Vistage. Then I met my chair. With this one, then the thing kept changing from 10 million to 20 million to 30 million. So yeah, I think the best thing is you have a coach to really bring you to always challenge you to next level.
Right. Okay, we'll talk about that a bit more, but I thought was really interesting. You mentioned that you had 5 employees when you first started, and I found out that, of course, your team is now nearly 70 people, or more than that. And many of them stay with you throughout the years. So how do you keep everyone happy and loyal at the same time, over the years?
Okay, I think it's a good thing. So before I joined this company, Benmei, I actually worked in one smaller, very small Chinese man company. And what I heard is actually a lot of time, people say, oh, by year end, when you come to bonus time, companies say no profit, nothing, no bonuses. So that's something that I learned, that you cannot say that to your employees. So for me, I always believe 3 things. Three, so-called, I have simplified the whole thing into 3. So-called, first thing, you must tell 3P to all your external party. So first thing is called, you must have profit, company must have profit, and every year you must know that how much to give to your performance base.
Okay.
So for me, I'm very straightforward. I tell all my thing, profit 15% is yours as a rewards. So that's how.
Regardless how the company is doing.
As long as make profit, 15% is yours.
Okay.
So that's from the group. Second one is must have what's called a people, where to get people in. So we have a lot of referral, getting people. That's why when their peer, they want to go farm their team, they get their people in, we interview, then that's how the team getting bigger and bigger. So third one is we focus on the purpose. You attract the right mindset people to come into the group, then they will stay longer.
Okay. But how do you make sure that you have the right talent at the right places?
First thing, we always believe in the grooming talent. I learned one thing from Milo effect. Milo effect means you have to really groom them when they are still very fresh or very unknown where they want to go. So that's why we start with the internship program. So because we know that talent is always a challenging part in running the business as long as you're getting bigger and bigger. So what we have is a talentship program. We start with going to university for the career fair. With that one, once it go slowly, then we'll start to see people are coming. So more and more university is signing up MOU with us. So now we know they are lecturer. So we started from a lot of universities like UMP, Utah, UTP. So now we probably have about 12 universities signing MOU with us. So they will provide us the list of the candidates which they are interested to explore the so-called this water treatment line, the solution provider. So with this one, overall I think they start to understand, the real water treatment field is like that. So we'll really treat them internship. We are mentoring. It's not just coming to do filing, no. We are treating the real world, but also performance based. So it's basically like 3 months or 6 months. What you are learning is the real career path. So when most of the time, that's why in my group, 70 old people, we have about 12 is from intern, because they start to love, this is probably my future career. So they are related. So they actually want to move together with us. So with the system that we have, the reward system, the performance system, also the career advancement. So that's why, like my few of my intern now is my manager. So that's why it's easier to actually get from the fresh.
Right.
So this is my where the talent, I actually get in all the talent in.
Yeah, but of course the key is how to retain them, and we've done so.
How to retain them is basically based on, as I mentioned, first thing is just I mentioned 3P.
Yeah.
Now you have the 3H.
No, that's not a 3H, okay.
The 3H is, first thing you must have a happy environment.
Okay.
Working is very, very important. Second thing is healthy. You must have a healthy body, healthy mind to actually work. Third one must be honesty. So this is a 3H that we every talk to our group, our team. And beside that, we always have we call it monthly town hall meeting, where as a CEO, I will do my sharing. A lot of my learning, because for me, I do a lot of learning, a lot of read a lot of reading. So whatever I have in my mind, that I share to the group. So from there, that's how it come out this culture book. this culture work. So that's how we want them to be everyone to be intact and really in one align then with the culture. So that's the reason why until today I was proud to say my middle management, which consists of about 10 people, is more than they work with us for more than 10 years.
Okay.
So my top one will be actually I have a lot of so-called shareholder and partners, which is about 7 of them. So most of them are working, we call it working partners, but each one have a different role to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that aside, I think another way to, of course, definitely for a business is to measure growth is, of course, your turnover, your sales and all that. So I'm just curious to know what's next for i-Chem. So you've hit over 30 million ringgit revenue, right?
Yep.
Where is the next step for growth for i-Chem?
Okay, we have been for past probably 3 years, we have been see the sales on the chemical, the solution providing side is almost a plateau. It's already quite 30 million about that. So what we found, really look into the whole process side, then we understand first thing first is we are in the so-called environmental business.
Yeah.
Then recently, probably last year itself, we start to see a lot of people now looking into environment as one of the criteria. Then ESG pop up. When ESG started, the sustainability of this business thing, we look into it. So then I started a so-called ESG business unit. Because under green tech, sustainable unit basically. So with that one, I think I started with the awareness program, where I start to use my method. Basically, is finding where is my working partners, who actually have that expertise. So then with that one, then I get in. The good thing I have one doctor. It's a medical doctor, but in the corporate field, to very interested in this ESG. So then he had that doing it with me. I actually behind the thing. So he actually growing up is with me for almost a year now. So we have been growing for awareness. Then now we already start to have products. So as you all know that a lot of SME, I think 80% probably don't know about how to start. So for us, we are from why you need ESG for the SME. Now we are looking to how and what to do.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how we actually created the products.
But how do you think that this new ESG division focusing on sustainability, how will it drive the next level of growth for i-Chem?
Generally, I think as you all know that with the sustainability thing in the business for SME, first pain they will face thing for SME side. First thing first is actually financial, the banker side, the financial, because either they will get higher rate or you can get a better so-called green fund. So like us, i-Chem, we recently just signed a 4% effective rate fund, which is probably you were saving about 30,000 a year from the interest paid. So that's how I see that's the advantage of that. Besides that, I think we can actually move out. Second one is actually all your key customers. SME, you know, a lot of key customers have an issue now whether you are ESG compliant.
Yes.
If you are not ESG compliant, then what they have is I cannot renew your contract. Then I have to go to another company where they are ESG ready. So last year we are proud we win our ESG adoption award under SME COP. So with that one, I think we are moving level, slowly going up. So with the product, we believe this business can be scaled up. Then more fun can actually come in this business.
All right.
Yeah.
Running a business must have its ups and downs.
Yep.
For you personally, TD, can you recall the toughest moment that you faced as an entrepreneur, and how did you overcome it?
Beginning when it started from 2006, I think one of my toughest things is how to get finance. I'm not worried about people, but I'm more worried about where to get money. So really during that time, as a startup, so how to get finance, I managed to get a loan where I had to put in my FD to get the same amount, just to start a relation with the bank. So that's how I started. That's the toughest when I get the loan, but I managed to secure a loan from during that time is CGC. credit guarantee, 1 to 5. With that starting on that 1-to-1 thing, with the FD thing put in, get the money, so that's the initial part. I think after that, I think the thing going, profit come in, then retain profit, then grow the business. But my toughest moment will be actually in year 2021.
This was during the pandemic.
It's not like during the pandemic. We are very lucky because we started the whole thing within a week after when they announced. Within a week, we start back our business because we have to serve the essential business. So that's why we managed to get the letter from MITI.
So what happened in 2021?
2021, we have a fire in my factory. So that actually shut down my whole factory. But we managed to actually secure whatever is left there. So, but during that time is my tough time because first thing I need to run the business as normal. I have a supplier to serve. I have the customer to serve. So during that time, there's a lot of meeting being carried out with my shareholder and also my manager, my management team, what to do next. So, but luckily within a week, we start back. Whatever can use, we use whatever means to run back the production. So that's within a week.
Okay.
Then we start to revamp the whole factory. So the renovation take part, most of the time, you know that renovation will take longer time.
Yeah.
But we managed to secure the whole thing within 6 months.
Okay, but did you remember when that happened, the fire? Did you remember how you felt at that time?
Wow, it's a shock because it happened in the midnight. It's not from my factory, but it's from my neighbors. Actually, because during MCO, my neighbors don't really operate. It's actually one of the storage site warehouse. So that sparked the fire. Then come over to my factory. So everything is burned down. So talk to supplier, talk to customer. If you during the time you are shocked because you don't know what to do next. But once you really sit down, talk to chair, talk to this one. Okay, now what to do next? So with this one, I think once you have a plan, it's very straightforward. Everything can come. But I really spend quite a long working hours. 7 days, almost 7 days, 20 hours to 20 to 24 hours sometimes to make sure that thing is moving. So decision have to make very, very fast in that time.
Okay. Can you share? Are you able to share?
Yeah.
What helped you pull through that time? You said that you spoke to your chair, you consulted other people, spoke to your suppliers, but what really helped you?
A lot of time, you see, 2021 before that, so a lot of time you see that when the pandemic struck us, most of my so-called my competitor, probably in this field, they still say that, it's only 2 weeks. But who knows, it's 2 weeks, until there's 2 years. You know that everybody remember that. But at the time, with the thing that we have been learned, how to actually on the risk side, in the Vistage, because the 2013 I started in that. So a lot of things when you see the problem, how you actually react.
You already know how to
react on it. So immediately after the announcement, when MITI say essential can work, so I already talked to my operation, my partners, please find a way how to get registered. So I managed to get a few supporting letter from big MNC, make sure that I get through with it. So make sure they also get uninterrupted supply from us. So that's the reason, but that's very easy. You get through, you know the letter been amended so many times, but we are probably the first draft to get the letter, then immediately it can go. So within probably a week, we start back the whole operation. So then 2020 MCO, 2021 fire, but we survived. Then 2022, then January I start back.
Okay.
My new factory. So I renovate, I do whatever I need. Last time cannot do one because before fire or this one cannot.
So in a way, the opportunity to start fresh, right?
This I want to extend this one, I want to do this one, I want my office to be there. So yeah, that's how I think take that opportunity to do all things as a fresh.
Okay.
So that's how I think.
All right. So now going back to Vistage, you said you've been a member since 2013.
Yeah.
How has Vistage helped you grow as a person, and an entrepreneur for the last 11 years you've been with them so far?
I think first thing in Vistage you must be a a bit for me like I'm a visionary, so I know problem cannot solve overnight. A lot of time, because my member, I started I'm probably the longest in this group. So my chair know me inside out. So it already built the trust. So sometimes I also build them together to my event to evaluate my team. So how Vistage help me basically is actually first thing is it can see other people's problem. A lot of time we went through the so-called issue processing. So a lot of time you can see that that's the issue. This is a so-called the option or the solution that you have. So you capture that. So when this thing happens to you, then you have the option already. So that you react faster, more faster on. Besides, you have to start to think all the options. So because all this is you learn through the whole years and years. Then, but at the time when you come out, you just make a call to your chair. Chair know you, which angle you have to go in, but they will never make decision for you lah. The decision is yours. This is the option. Now you know that you learn this one from which, or now you have to act on it. So that's how I think, throughout the years, I think that's how to help me grow and make a better decision. Then because I do a lot of decision, a lot of time, like seems like this fire thing, I need to decide which contractor can really deliver the result, which regulation side, when the fire, you have to rebuild the whole thing back. So regulation side, money, where to get the funding, how to talk to the supplier, how to talk to key customer. So all this you need to make a decision because my team basically rely on me. Hey, cannot. So you have to say yes or no.
Yeah.
So that's how, as a CEO side, I believe with my backing, because I have a few mentors basically. Beside Ravi Vistage, I have my Dr. Tay, which my ex-MD. So he also guide me through. So a lot of time, they are more because they are experienced in the corporate side. So they're easy for me to make certain decision. But the good thing is I have to make that decision.
And you also have to be open to vulnerabilities and failure, when you share your problems, right?
Yeah.
So I do wonder, as a leader, how do you leave your ego at the door and stay open to new ideas and also criticisms?
I believe I still have my ego. Basically, as you all know that when you make decision, you cannot please everyone.
Yeah.
But I believe with my knowing each other for more than 20 years, because my partners, we know them more than 20 years, all of them. So they know who you are as a person. So every time when the issue, you had to, I would say, I just need a consensus from all of then because we do have a lot of routine meeting, like we have been practicing a quarterly meeting, learn from corporate side. So quarterly meeting, then any big issue, anything, big decision you have to do, you do it, then you come to consent. So once you consent, that will be your direction, that will be alignment. So easy for thing to move on. Rather than you stuck on it, then you have one, two, then it's very, very difficult.
Right.
Like one of my partners is always in reverse. So I treat it more positively. It's called how to put into reverse thinking. I say one, he will say two. I say positive, he will say negative. So then I will start to think, why you say negative? Then probably that is actually his reason behind that. So with that one, then we will make better decision. So but ultimately, you to bring company to next level. So that's actually the challenge and also the proud of the i-Chem moving towards in the market. So far, I think we have been moving very, very so good. But that's why, as in now, we are moving to next level. So that's how we see you need to try. For me, like I trying like at ESG as my new baby, to make sure that you actually can contribute to the group lah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
In your opinion, what are the qualities of a good leader?
I think good leader, first thing first, you must have must be a visionary guy lah. First thing, so you must able to convince. First thing, to draw a pie for everyone, but you have to draw it out big enough. Then you start to shade out. Cut it. No, not just cut it, because when you draw the pie is too big, but too big, sometimes people don't believe. So you have to do something, make it smaller. Then you say, okay, this is our pie for this year. Next year we do bigger. So then you cut it, then you share it out. So that's the reason why until today, I would say my share, all my partners, if we still with me, even though we make profit every year, probably about 1-2 million sometimes. So we already put it very, very clear. So 15% for all the so-called working executive, including me, because I'm also working executive. Then we have another 15% for all the board directors. Some is actually a non-shareholder, they are directors. So that 15% you have a share. Third one will be actually 15% as a dividend for all the shareholder. So then everybody know that become a like policy, then that's how we share.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone is clear on the mission as well.
It's very, very clear mission, aligned, then everybody just go very strict. Then every year, in i-Chem, we always say, don't talk of the past. Chinese say, 扶老, I don't know, that one called hard work, but no result. So sorry, that doesn't work here. What the end result is, must make profit, then you share your cake. So that's how we work in i-Chem, yeah.
So that's on the business side. On the personal level, of course, as a CEO running a business, sometimes you can get too caught up at work and sometimes too caught up with a problem.
Yeah.
So I wonder for you, how do you take a step back, reassess?
Reassess. So for the past 3-4 years, because I start thinking, because the business did come to a very constant at that plateau. So I do a lot of me time. Basically, I do a lot of running. Start with probably why you start running, because most of the time you run is actually it tests your, first thing, your physical. Second thing is a mental. Then how to actually start from 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, now 21, 30, now you go to 42. So when you start to run, then you understand your body, this is your me time. There's a lot of thinking. Then hiking. Last year, I already start to hike. Last year, I'm in the Mount KK, one trip, third time. Then I go Mount Fuji, because I just want to say every continent, which country, the highest mountain I want to go, that's called, I want to conquer that. So last year, I go to KK, Mount Fuji, then Everest Base Camp. So it's my me time.
How does, taking a step back, having your own me time, how does it make you a better decision maker?
When you actually look back, when you have a me time, this is a very mentally, it's quite stressful. Mentally and also physically, that's wrong. You are talking about, normally now walk is about 7 to 10 days. I'm out from my office. Yeah. So I'm not in my environment, my zone, my comfort zone. So when I go out, then I start to recap what actually happened, what can I do, and what learning that I have before. Because as you know, I do a lot of learning throughout the whole this journey. Like I'm an NLP, I'm an NLP practitioner, so I learn a lot of things, a lot of marketing, sales, everything during the whole journey. So with this one, I have a lot of knowledge about that, but knowledge is scattered around. But when it comes to this problem, you must come out from that zone. But where you want to go, we cannot just come out, go to somewhere, we want to have a drink, whatever. That doesn't help to solve the issue. So that's why you have to really run out to a zone that unknown. That's why a lot of time, like this year, I'm actually hiking to like Island Peak, 6,200 meter high. So that's called, first thing is challenge yourself, physically, mentally, because people say, very high. Yeah, I know it's high, but that's actually still below the dead zone, below, they call it the 7,000 meter high, no need oxygen. So I say, okay, let's challenge myself. Whether if can go, it cannot go, okay, I'm done about that. So I don't push myself until that, but I push myself to the limit. So, but mentally, physically, then you know that that's a time you can do a lot of internal, I would say, recap, and also think, then you look into the whole thing, what you can do next.
And I believe it's also about letting go as well, right?
Yep.
Because
a
you'll
lot
be
of
away
time
from the office.
Away from the office. I may start, left my operation run, because I'm not in the business. A lot of time, I would say, for the past 2 years, I'm already on the business. On the business, basically, I can actually go 30 days. I still get operation running. I still get the sales running. I still get everybody paid. But I'm okay because at one time, you know that I also go out to go for meditation for about 20 days. So no phone, no internet, no nothing. Okay. So people are sketching, my partner sometimes is sketching around me to make decision. They want me to make some decision. I say no, you do your decision. Okay. As long as it's okay, I'm okay.
This is a great segue to my next question. Actually, it's not from me. This question. So on this show, we asked the person before you to leave a question for the next guest and come on the show.
Okay.
So this next question is related to what you said. This comes from Jensen Heng, Director of Mapo Industries. Okay. His question is, how confident are you in your company's ability to operate efficiently in your absence, and what systems or practices have you put in place to ensure this?
Okay, then first thing first, I think you have to have a core team. That's a must. You cannot run the business alone, then you don't want to run away for 30 days. I don't think the business will run. You still need to do a lot of decision. So first thing. Second thing, I think you must, once you have a core team, then the core team must have each role, very clear role. So I have an operation, I have a technical, I have a sales. So everything is there. So the only thing is that sometimes that decision they are scared to make. So now when I'm away, they have to make decision. So that make thing now they are learning to make decision. So with this one, I think slowly you are backing up. So you are on the business, then you have the time to look into new venture, new business model, what to go next. So with this one, I think they are happy, you also happy. So then that's how I see to run away. It's not to run away, but it's actually to back up, let other people to lead. That's how we in i-Chem we are now already. I've already started to train my mid management team to take over my role as a C-level side. So we already practice it for almost a year. Soon I bring them everything to Vistage and the key group. So hopefully within 3 to 5 years, they are ready to take over. Then we can really step back and really enjoy our
climb
life.
Mountains.
Climb mountain, run the thing. So at the end, it's actually, we just get our return.
Okay.
They run and they can do decision, how much bonus you want to take, how much salary you want to take. You decide, not me to decide.
All right, wonderful. Yeah. So one last question for you is, what is that one question you would like to ask the next CEO that comes on the show?
So as a business leader, I think what is one thing that that you have to do to make sure that your business is sustainable in future. I think this is something talking about now as a lot of SME. In Malaysia, probably we say, wow, we are big, but we cannot compete in this Malaysia context. You have to probably start to contact into the ASEAN or global side. So then you start to see that how to make your business sustainable. You cannot say today, okay, I just want to this. No, I think either you are growing or you are going down. Either you're up or you're down. You cannot be maintained. No such thing as maintaining. Okay. So you have to really find where. The one thing I think the next as a business leader, the question will be, what next? One thing you do to sustain the business in the future. Okay,
all right. I will be asking this question to the next person in that hot seat. Thank you so much, TD, for coming on the show. It's great to have you, and best of luck with what you're doing with i-Chem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yep.